Good afternoon. We'll have plenty of sunshine through the day, but that stronger northwest wind picks up, so slightly cooler than yesterday. 50 our high in Sioux Falls, 49 Aberdeen, 50 in Pierre, and 53 in Rapid City. Few clouds fill in tonight. Winds die down just slightly. 28 our low in Sioux Falls, 25 Aberdeen, 30 in Pierre, and 32 in Rapid City. Slightly cooler yet tomorrow with the strong wind sticking around. We'll take a look coming up as we begin midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, midday in KELOLAND.
Coming up, we have new information regarding a man arrested in connection with a Rapid City homicide. Plus,
an unprecedented court ruling in Alabama is impacting women going through IVF in the state. I'm Natalie Brand with a look at how the issue is also coming up on the campaign trail.
good afternoon and thanks for having us in. This midday, we have new information on a Rapid City homicide. 64-year-old Brent Kurtzman is charged with first-degree murder and first-degree arson. He's accused of killing 54-year-old Julie Fisk on Tuesday and starting a fire. He made his first court appearance this morning in Pennington County. Houston Speedway in Brandon hasn't hosted a race since Labor Day weekend, but it's a season that never truly ends. Among the long list of winter projects, the new headquarters for Big Game Motorsports is currently under construction just north of the track. Houston's general manager, Doug Johnson, also recently completed the 2024 schedule.
And then what I'm really most excited about for the whole season is the quality of drivers I think that we're going to have on a weekly basis. I mean, we've heard from, a couple ex-World Outlaw drivers that are looking at possibly racing here weekly.
The traditional Mother's Day opener is set for Sunday, May 12th. We'll tell you when construction is expected to wrap up at Houston Speedway tonight on KELOLAND News. Well, it feels almost like spring out there. And then, Megan, you were just telling me how we might have record highs pretty soon. But then right after that, maybe snow?
Yes, we're looking at some record highs on Monday, but then we have an instant cool down, bringing the chance of rain, even snow on Tuesday and Wednesday. But for now, we have sunshine, some stronger winds, and our temperatures are a little bit cooler than yesterday. We are having an issue with our temperature readings as we head through this midday, but sunshine and those stronger winds are starting to pick up. 50 right now in Rapid City with plenty of sunshine, a north wind at 22. Here is a look at some of our current temperatures. Like I said, we are having an issue with our readings. 45 right now in Mitchell, 39 in Watertown, 38 in Mobridge, 40 in Custer, and in Pine Ridge. And our winds, like I've mentioned a couple times now, are starting to pick up out of the northwest, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, with some of those wind gusts reaching near 30, mainly in western South Dakota. And we are getting rid of the last bit of clouds that we have, and our warm temperatures are getting rid of the last bit of snow still on the ground as well. So for today, mostly sunny skies, that stronger northwest wind. 50 are high in Sioux Falls, 49 in Aberdeen, 50 in Pierre, and 53 in Rapid City. These temperatures will be slightly cooler than yesterday, but still well above normal. Then for tonight, a few clouds will start filtering in. The winds die down just slightly. 28 the low in Sioux Falls, 25 in Aberdeen, 30 in Pierre, and 32 in Rapid City. Coming tomorrow, the stronger northwest wind picks right back up in central, western, and western South Dakota. Few clouds stick around in eastern KELOLAND, keeping those temperatures a little bit cooler yet. 44 are high in Sioux Falls, 40 in Aberdeen, 51 in Pierre, and 53 in Rapid City. We do start that warm up back up as we head into the weekend and into Monday. We'll take a look at that with your mostly dry 7-day forecast in just a little bit.
Thank you, Megan. When Russia attacked Ukraine, they used more than just artillery and bombs. They also used computers. One of the targets was Ukraine's wheat harvest. There are reports of Russian hackers trying to disable farm equipment to interfere with Ukrainian farm equipment. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, our Tom Hansen looks into a new partnership between cybersecurity programs at DSU in Madison and farm equipment manufacturers.
We need to be able to protect this $750,000 piece of equipment against someone being able to disable it from a world away. And I think, that's what DSU and their cybersecurity is doing for us at Case IH.
Tonight at 10, we're going to take a closer look at what students are doing to protect computerized farm equipment from hackers. President Joe Biden is criticizing former President Donald Trump's reluctance to blame Russian President Vladimir Putin over the death of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. The Biden administration is preparing to announce major economic sanctions against Russia. The president is also pressing House Republicans to push through an aid package for Ukraine. The Alabama Supreme Court's decision on frozen embryos created during in vitro fertilization has put the issue of reproductive rights squarely back in the spotlight on the presidential campaign trail. The court ruled that the embryos have the same rights as children. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
Alabama's largest hospital has paused IVF treatments after the state's Supreme Court ruled the embryos have the same rights as children, leaving patients in limbo.
It's completely just derailed a lot of hope.
34-year-old Jasmine York has a 13-year-old daughter, but turned to IVF to have a second child after multiple ectopic pregnancies.
We were really looking forward to March 20th was when I was supposed to transfer.
The court's decision stems from a wrongful death lawsuit filed by 3 couples who lost frozen embryos stored at an Alabama fertility clinic.
In this case, the right and ethical thing to do is to preserve life.
Alabama's unprecedented ruling is reverberating on the presidential campaign trail, where reproductive rights has become a key issue following the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, ending the constitutional right to abortion.
Wednesday night, Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley spoke to Gayle King on CNN's King Charles about the court's decision.
I didn't say that I agreed with the Alabama ruling. What the question that I was asked is, do I believe an embryo is a baby? I do think that if you look in the definition, an embryo is considered an unborn baby.
Later today, Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to address the ruling during a roundtable on reproductive rights in the battleground state of Michigan. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
According to the CDC, about 2% of all infants born in the United States are conceived using IVF each year.